Good morning. This is Maiyegun Live, but let's get started.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun
Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun
lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun
gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun
àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun
bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun
ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary,
Maiyegun Diary, Diary politico.
Maiyegun Diary,
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Maiyegun Diary,
ẹ fara balẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Maiyegun Diary,
àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary,
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
lórí Facebook
Maiyegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
lórí YouTube
Maiyegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
bíjó ìgbádìyẹ.
Yeah, good morning. This is Maiyegun Live. I think I'm beginning to have the similar problem we had last night, whereby we were being stopped or kind of prevented from, presenting this program. Okay. However, I'm going to manage and see how far that goes this morning, and then see if we can still make use of it. So let me check if it's working. Problem we had last night, whereby we were being stopped or kind of prevented from, presenting this program. Okay, right. So I think we're just going to have to flow with it. It's a bit cranky or laggy behind this morning, but however, we'll manage it. Hopefully, we'll pick up. Good morning. For those who are just joining me, welcome to Maiyegun's Diary. Welcome to Maiyegun's Diary this morning. Today's sermon on Sunday. As usual, some of you who are following Maiyegun's Diary, you are following Maiyegun's Diary because you think all Maiyegun does is to talk about the APC criminals, even though I actually love talking about them more, because they are those in charge now that at least can make a difference, but they've chose not to. But let me quickly fix something here. I'll be back. So I hope that works better. Let's hope it works better. Gonna check it. Yeah, I think it's much better now. So Yeah, so it's much better now. We can continue. Good morning. Sorry about that. It's all this tech stuff and all that, but it won't stop us. We must continue. We must continue. So thank you very much. This may affect our reach as well. There's been a lot of there's been a lot of stuff being done to Maiyegun's diary by Facebook. So they have stopped many of you from receiving notification. And they've stopped me. Now it's gonna probably make our video even like more cracky and all that. But yeah, we move still. If you read the caption of the broadcast, I'm going to come back to those of you who are following Maiyegun's diary thinking it's all about APC and Buhari. It's about all of them. It's about all the criminals that you know, the ones you love. Funny enough, right? I actually like Jonathan. I like the guy. But I don't like his leadership, which is very much, at least, justifiable. However, saying Jonathan is worse or Jonathan is bad will not make anybody think Buhari in any way is an alternative. In 2015, when they gave you the option of the devil and the devil's granddad, so some of us thought, well, if you choose the devil, compared to bringing back the granddad devil that many of you just heard about in 1984-85, but never really witnessed, that was why people like us preferred Goodluck Jonathan in 2015, not because we didn't know that he was surrounded by thieves, that his wife, Patience Jonathan, is a thief. So many of his family members, his cousins, and many of them, they were thieves. Same way you have Buhari today, who are now sharing the money with his own friends and his spouse and his own family members. It was the same thing when Goodluck Jonathan was there as well. But nevertheless, it was much better, clearer, that there was an intention at least, to put Nigeria on track, even though they are looting the country blind. But we saw that the nonchalant attitude of Buhari today has finally made someone like Jonathan a hero to so many of you who believe that you never thought you would ever get this worse. We knew it was going to get this worse, okay? But that I like Jonathan. I like him, okay? That won't stop me telling you the exact thing that you should know about them. My page, it will shock you if I tell you today that one of my pages back then was actually suspended for a whole month simply because I shared a post about Patience Jonathan. And it was the same thing today that you're seeing all everywhere. There are a bunch of thieves, rogues, and all that. So we know that they all enrich themselves, and they do at every given time. But they are opportune to be from a country that is so lawless, that is the only country that can accommodate them. And because I also know that you Nigerians, you love your thieves differently, okay? Some of you prefer to say, now our own thief, face your own thief. But when they are talking about Buhari, you will forget that Buhari is also some people's terrorist, some people's thieves. When you are talking about all those criminals, all those terrorists from the north, you forgot that there are actually some people's terrorists too. There are some people's thieves too, and that makes you equal. You want to defend PDP, you what do you call it? Program demo runs. You want to defend PDP. You want to sound woke. I called Jonathan Bastard. What do you want me to call him? Chief. What would you like me to call it? Why did you get angry? Something happened, and that's why I'm going to start with him before we get back to Buhari and his terrorist brothers. Something happened. A young man created a parody account. A parody account is not a fake account. You humbled morons. Educated idiot, go on there and read, and you realize that Nigerians are so illiterate, so uneducated, that the few that sounds to be educated are so ignorant as well. A parody account, an account to create memes, to create jokes, to create banters,
And they create those memes accounts for celebrities, public figures, big names, things that will actually make you feel like, oh, am I reading from Donald Trump? Oh, am I reading from Obama? But because your education is so terrible, they have destroyed your education in Nigeria. That is why some of you are not educated anyway. We know the type of education they give you anyway. The poor education they give to you is showing up on social media every day. A parody account is not a fake account, you idiots. And that is why a former president can order the police to arrest someone. And if you feel like someone is impersonating you, right, what you should do is, one, you will report it to the police if they have used that your name to commit any crime or anywhere. Meanwhile, first thing is, I'm not associated with this account. If you think you have to do that for your gullible, illiterate followers as a former president, you can say, oh, this is not my account. Oh. Then if you realize that someone is actually created a parody account that you shouldn't even worry about in any way, and you report it to the police, the next thing is that the police will invite the person. If you have to report to the police, report to the police. The police will invite the person, not arrest him. You can only arrest someone who has committed a crime. Someone who has committed a crime, and a crime has been reported. In fact, it has been established that the crime has been committed, instead of you idiots to be making up nonsense in your head simply because that is how you are programmed to think and reason, when they are breaching your own human rights every now and then, when you can't even talk. So they can arrest you, put you somewhere for 2 months. And I've seen a few of you are saying the young man should be locked up for 1 year, 2 years. You deserve your leaders, okay? And they can continue to treat you like piece of shit, like non-existing slaves, because you accept it, you embrace it. It is normal. You have been psychologically destroyed enough not to see through that when you say law and order, you follow the law to have order. You arrested someone because you have the power to do that. You locked him up, denied him his lawyer's access, denied him any legal access. They did all of that because they wanted to protect the interests of a former president in the same Nigeria. And what do you expect? The gullible, poorly educated, illiterate Nigerians themselves will tell you, if anybody do that to me, I'm going to lock them up for 1 year. You deserve your leaders. I will come back to Jolantan in a moment. Let's go to Bukwari's asshole rock villa. Some of you, the same way you treat all the issues that will later come back, you know what I mean, to affect you, and you defend that even when they trample upon your right. Do you know that stealing from you, the corruption they are talking about, the stealing from you, it's so illegal that it is actually human rights abuse for your politician to steal money from you and use that same money to buy life and luxury for themselves while you watch them plunder the money? Do you know that's actually a crime? Now, they know that you are so gullible enough, you are so divided enough that you will never find any common ground to say, stop, and stop this now. And that is why today, as they are telling you, as Nigeria is listed as a terror hotspot in the world, one of the most terror, ravaged countries in the world. Apart from being the poverty capital of the world, Nigeria is also listed as a terror-prone country, even though in the south, those who are terrorizing you in the south, they are not calling Allah Akbar. They are using different things to kill you in the south. In the north, they are shouting Allah Akbar, slicing people's throats, killing soldiers, displacing people, sending children to their early graves, elderly, aged people, disabled people. They are being killed, slaughtered, and your government is even denying that. They are turning them to statistics, telling you five people killed, 100 people killed, 600 people killed, and so on and so forth. Why you do what? You watch. That is why Bukwari has so much courage, so much confidence to go ahead and release over 4,000. Now they have released over 5,000 terrorists now. Just to let you know, in 5 years, Boko Haram has released over 5,000 Boko Haram terrorists. While we are here speaking grammar, while those who claim to be the leaders in your country, the PDP leaders, the APC leaders, the Yoruba leaders, the Igbo leaders, the Hausa Fulani leaders, even the Joy Shekiri, those who call themselves the Niger Delta, South region, their leaders, all of them are collaborating in the same project called Project Nigeria, and they cannot talk. They are watching as their country, the country you want to believe you have, that same country, they are releasing those who are killing you. And they are releasing them into the same society, the same community where they have chased you, killed your families, killed your loved ones. You watch them did all of that. You never see them stand up in court to stand and the answer to their crime. Rather, you saw them being celebrated. That is the country. That is the country. And when I begin to mention names of the criminals involved, you have no right to start saying, are you trying to attack our leader? Are you trying? Why don't you go and attack that leader? Listen, the majority on Maiyegun's Diary platform stands for the truth. But we have some recalcitrant idiots, the programmed fools, the humbled slaves, the sophisticated morons, those who love their chains, those who will worship their oppressors. It doesn't really matter. They love their thieves differently. I don't like listing problems or talking about something that is going wrong without mentioning the names of people involved. And if I have to mention names and I mention names and you begin to pick your own tribe from it, you are just mad. And I'm here to tell you, look at me very well. You said you shouldn't be using vulgar language. You are mad. I write in vulgar. I speak in vulgar. Whenever I want to address criminals, you shouldn't be offended if you are not a criminal yourself. Nigerians are very good at making things up. You know what I mean? They will make things up in their head. When they see blue, they know it's blue. When you say, look at this blue, they will say, well, what if it's not blue? That's Nigerians for you. Hang on. When you show them and say, this is blue, it's actually blue. Nigerian will ask you, what if it's not blue? And you begin to say, what do you mean? I've got blue, maybe purple. Say, what if it is green? You may not know. See, there are some things that are spiritual, that are just beyond physical. That's a typical Nigeria for you. He knows it's blue. He knows. But to him, it's unacceptable for this to be blue. But for him to be able to say, well, in my own opinion, what if it's green? What if there is green under? What if we scratch it and see green? In fact, I want to believe that this is not blue. And in Nigeria will write a long book to tell you why they think it is not. It's going to write a lot by saying nothing. But it's eventually going to tell you, I just don't want to believe it's blue because everybody believes it's blue. Because he's a stupid person. That's why we ask you, bring evidence, bring evidence. When you show him evidence, he'll say, now that you have brought the evidence, how are we sure it's original? Do you get that now? That is the typical Nigeria for you. They are releasing terrorists. Are you with me? Some of them are telling us that, but they have repented now. It is a rule of war. These West boys, so they will tell you that releasing terrorists is part of United Nations National Convention, blah, 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 Geneva, blah, blah, blah. These fucking retards who have never, ever probably read any of these international codes or ethics. But because they are Nigerian, they have to make it up. When they make it up, they begin to believe it. And they will begin to tell you that, my friend, enough, Jare, enough of talking. Let's see action. Which action? The action that says you should love your thieves and possibly bring your own thieves back to come back and deal with you. No, that would be the answer. When you commit any crime in any reasonable country, within 24 hours, they either charge you or release you. In Nigeria, in their law, it says if they arrest you, they have to release you within 48 hours or charge you to court. But you know that is not it. Even an average, Buhari didn't. An average Buhari idiot, a Mumadu, Bele lecturer, or Mumu lecturer, will tell you that is what the law says. Forget about the law. That waiting that boy do no good. They should lock him up for 100 years. That is why a pastor who claimed to be man of God will say, God, I place curse on this man. Let him be poor for the next 100 years. A pastor, frustration, frustrated country, frustrated people, living a fake, frustrated lives. That's what you have been doing. Denying yourselves the reality. You see, when they say something is when they call law and order. When you heard about law and order, it is the law. When you let the law take its course, then orderliness will be, there will not be chaos, there will be nothing. Terrorists are killing you. Boko Haram is freeing them. They continue to go back to the same community of people they killed, walk about so freely as government became. How would there be, in your own opinion, how would there be peace or orderliness in such country? It's impossible. Politicians, governors, they will order for your arrest simply because of hearing your own opinion, speaking out to what they believe you shouldn't say. They will call their police to put you in jail. There will be no court that will order for your arrest. There will be no any investigation other than someone is not happy. Someone is angry with what you said about them. Okay? That is a country that you will see some obedient fools, some humbled slaves, some sophisticated morons tell you it's illegal. Some of them don't even know what is written in that shitty book they call Constitution. They don't have an idea. But to them, because their criminal leaders have told them it is wrong to talk to us anyhow. If you talk to us anyhow, whatever happened to you, you should face it. That is the law. And the buffoons, or should we call them the buffoons, agreed with their slave masters. And they are now asking us questions, stupid questions, so that they can find something to justify the action of their criminal leaders in PDP, APC, Boko Haram, or Joe Lantan. Egbere Joe Lantan. They are suffering in silence. Their leaders are a bunch of thieves. Same way you have a bunch of thieves representing many of you, claiming to be Yoruba, or to be Hausa, to be Fulani, to be this, to be that, ABBO, EFIC. All those names are beginning to come back. I'm going to be playing around with them a lot now. Because when we were in secondary school, I remember, primary school social study, secondary school government, we were reading all these tribes in Nigeria. You know, ABBO, EFIC, Ijo, Ishekiri, Egun, Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, Fulani, Nope, Takpa, and those ones. I can't remember all of them. I'll begin to mention them soon. A country where you free terrorists, a country where you reward corrupt people, a country where you protect criminals, a country where law and order is missing is not a country. Break it up. 601 terrorists freed by Boko Haram, and the whole country feel calm. What is the worst thing it can ever do? It's like they've seen the worst and they've accepted that whatever comes is just what their destiny has brought upon them, and they then want to force that on the rest of you. And for those of you who don't understand, when they abuse your right or they abuse someone else's right, and you justify it, simply because in your own warped mind, you think the criminals who are trying to hide something away will not do anything and everything to intimidate and scare you away from them, from exposing them. And some of you fall for debate. Today's discussion is not about Jonathan's stealing his wife as a thief. Patience is a thief, right? Today is not for that. Today is for you not seeing through the charade that all these criminals actually represent. Even though they pretended to be something else, they do this now and then and get away with them simply because they have gullible idiots that will justify it, because they are more or less like, whatever happens, that person must have done something wrong. If he did anything wrong, the right thing to do for a Democrat and not a tyrant or a bastard is for you to let the law take its course. The Nigeria police. Let me tell you the story about that man. I mean, about that young man that Egberi Jolantan locked up. You can find excuses for him. You can make up story in your fucked up head. You don't need to like me, by the way. Listen carefully. Look at me very well, okay? You don't need to like me or agree with me, all right? You, in fact, right, disagree with me makes me better, feels better, because it makes me feel like you want to speak your mind. But when you disagree with me because I'm talking about politician, no. What you are doing is that you are telling me to shut up from speaking about criminal politicians. You are telling me to choose who to talk about, and you don't have that right. You don't. So I don't give a fuck if you like or you don't like me. I don't even know if you like me or not. Listen, I don't. What I care about is the fact that when one's right is trampled upon and you laugh, right? It will get to you. It may not be in that form. It will be in a different form entirely. Then people will laugh at you. If you are lucky enough that you are not killed, then you will see what it is to be laughed at like that. Because I'll laugh at you. You cannot defend politicians on Maiyegun's diary. You can't. It is not welcomed. Okay? The reason why I don't talk much about PDP is simply because, to me, they are not the ones in power anymore. Their atrocities will live with them for so many years, even though you dumbos will continue to vote for them anyway. Yeah. But they don't have the power to stop Boko Haram again. They don't have the power to bring back the economy. They don't have the power, you know what I mean, to give the youth real job. They don't have any power anymore. The people who have the power are now the Janjaweed terrorist organization called All Past and Present Criminals, APC. So why should I waste my time reminding you of PDP's looting and stealing, when I am here seeing thieves, Yoruba, Igbos, Hausa, all of them saying they are either minister, senator, this or that, governor and all. I'm seeing them looting in the name of one Nigeria. That's why I don't talk much about PDP. So some of you are PDP members or PDP apologists on Maiyegun's diary. You mistook that for us being friends. Emma blew down on me. I have managed to get rid of many of you that I could get rid of this morning. And I'm going to continue with that until I manage to get substantial number of you out of my page. Okay? Because you cannot defend politicians on Maiyegun's diary. It is like, it is like the law. In fact, it is the law. You cannot, even if you love them, the best you can do is to read and pass. If you jump into the post and you wanted to sound like you are intelligent, I don't even read your comment. I just read the first two lines. Once I see that you are just a lost cause, you want to defend him. You want to tell me that what I wrote here is insulting. You want to tell me that I should respect, I should show some respect. Ask. Your validation means nothing. Go and watch hundreds, if not thousands of my videos. None of them looks different. They are all the same. I am not looking for your validation. I am not interested in you liking me. If you have your time, use your phone to watch me. If you don't have the time, block and unfollow the page. Your likeness is absolute nothing to what I think or say or do. And my friends know that very well. My language. This is Maiyegun's language. Very soon, people will write a book about it. Very soon, people will write a collection of books of the names and of the languages. Dictionary, dictionary of the Maiyegun's diaries languages, words. You are offended, go to hell. Or better still, save us distress, lock yourself up and use the rope. It's true. I don't need you to like me. It's of no use. Oh, you mean that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 700 likes and all of that? Come on, that won't stop, even if you are not here. Do you know that? But if you have the opportunity of listening, listen good. I am going to talk about your leaders. As long as you have any of them that you respect, one day, I'm going to open a book about that person you think I will never talk about. Now, one day. So why do you have to be interested in liking me? You will never like me because I am going to make you angry. At some point, ask those who have been following for 2 years or 3 years or 4, 5, 6 years who have lost their membership of Maiyegun's diary simply because they didn't read the memo. You cannot defend politicians on Maiyegun's diary. I can use any word to describe any politician in Nigeria on Maiyegun's diary. You have no right. Do you understand? No right to defend them. Not to talk of fighting people for them. That's like going to extreme. Fighting. Telling other people they are mad. Calling them names. Because of politicians? Omar Lanoni. If I see you, ask others. They will tell you. What am I saying? They are united in looting. I remember the coverage about Goodluck Jonathan's the biggest farm in Abuja. They've managed to cover it up because Boko Haram and his EFCC have decided to make a deal with Goodluck Jonathan, which is a Joe Lantan, Egbere Joe Lantan, and his wife, the same patience. You want me to open book? They come, we will go open the book. Now, you said it was more democratic. A young man that opened a parody account to some of you numbskulls, some of you empty heads, some of you, good for nothing clowns who call yourselves educated idiots from Nigeria. A parody account is not a fake account. You cannot say that in abroad. It's in abroad. You can say a parody account is good in abroad, but here in Nigeria, they can use it for scam because you are making that shit up in your stupid head. If Jonathan says, may you give him money on Twitter, you go send them money and you say you're not stupid. Abi? So if Jonathan say, oh, I've got a job for you, all of you send me money, you will send the money. Foolish people. A crime hasn't been committed. Nothing is done. No crime is committed. And if you feel like, he's using my name as parody account, the first time I'm seeing in the whole world that any president or any former president or any public official in the whole world arresting someone for opening a parody account just for laugh. But in Nigeria, they have destroyed you. They have destroyed you so badly, psychologically, that even when the police that is meant to protect you, when the police begin to threaten you, trying to extort you, you will still see the humbled slaves, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, the Nigerians telling you, do you want him to kill you? Why don't you just give him the money and go? Just pay him the money. My friend, see, if you die, you just die. This country, you will just die. Just give him the money and let us go. Don't let him shoot you. That's how they killed one young man. That's how they killed one young woman. That's how they killed programmed morons. Accepting abnormalities as normal. I have never seen anywhere where anyone is arrested for parody account. It is called a banter. Hey! Banter. One idiot came. But Maiyegun, someone opened a Maiyegun Zari and you reported it to us. That is what you should do. Someone opened Maiyegun's Diary Politico or whatever it's called, and he's telling people that he's ready to do giveaway. He's ready to make them millionaire. I am not a money doubler. So what do I need to do when my friends came to me and say, Maiyegun, we received a friend request from this person. He's asking us to follow him. He's going to give us money. Okay, guys, I have nothing about it. Report the page, yo, so that Facebook can shut them down. Oh, if the page asks you for money, no give anybody money. Oh, I didn't call on the Inspector General of Police and say, go and help me find that person, lock him up until after 6 months. I just want to show him that you cannot be duping people. You artificial intelligent idiot. Parody account. And they can use it to do people because you are so stupid, so greedy, that indeed you can send money to Jonathan because he's going to give you money on Twitter. You idiot. Watch your language. It's the only thing I don't like about your language. No. The only thing you should do, you idiot, is to unfollow the page. You don't understand. Some of you don't. I am not going to use your emotion and this your fake I love you so that you can say you love me. I like what you are doing because Maazị Nnamdi Kanu said we should follow you. So I love what you are doing. But please, don't talk about Jonathan. Did Maazị Nnamdi Kanu tell you to defend PDP? It's PDP Biafra. Because I've been reading some of your comments too. Imagine someone coming to me to say, it's because Maazị Nnamdi Kanu said we should be following you. That is why I'm following you. But you are disappointing me. How dare you support this man that opened a parody account? How dare you try to insult the former president? How dare you? Is it that you hate PDP? Why do you have to? Are you guys mad? Look at me very well. Okay? It is a pleasure that I've got some of you who started following me because Maazị Nnamdi Kanu said you should follow me. But listen to me very well. I am Maiyegun General. It was true my consistency, my reliability, my honesty and sincerity that the likes, not just Maazị. There are many who knows who Maiyegun is and they know the quality of Maiyegun. So if they tell you or they told you to go and follow Maiyegun, I don't think they told you to go and defend PDP on Maiyegun's diary, to go and defend APC on Maiyegun's diary, or to go and defend Jonathan or any other criminals I mentioned, or Atiku or Saraki on Maiyegun's diary. You are just so stupid to hide behind something when the true you is actually with your criminal leaders because you love your thieves differently. That's who you are. So you want to come to my page and blackmail me. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu said we should be following you. My friend, watch what you say. You go blow and I no go see your pieces. Ask those who know who Maiyegun is. I don't need anybody's validation. Never ask for it. Never look for it. And everything I do is to strive more to bring an inclusiveness whereby we can listen to ourselves, address whatever is dividing us, chase down the criminals who are benefiting from our division. Not come here to tell me, even though Maazị said you should follow me, I will block you. Do you get that? That Maazị said you should go and follow Maiyegun. Maiyegun will block you the moment you begin to defend the criminals in Nigeria. Do you see the difference? So I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about how you feel. And I don't give a fuck that you give a fuck about what I say. Listen, I speak like this when I want to speak like this. I talk the way I want to talk whenever I want to talk the way I want to talk. And there is no validation needed from you fuckhead. You lock someone up, someone's son, someone's child. Your children are cared for, covered somewhere. You want to show you are powerful. You are so powerful and nobody should dare you. Therefore, you need to send that message by sending a poor person into prison, not allowing him to have access to his lawyers for over 60 days. And you fucktards, Want to play emotional card? Blackmail card? You love Jonathan? No, you have no clue. You have no idea. This is what they have done. No court. They even said Jonathan's PA, I forgot his name, took the boy. Just to let you know that it is actually the family holding the boy. The police are just keeping him for them. They didn't take him to court. PA to Jonathan took the boy from the police cell to Otuoke to go and beg Jonathan. No joke, true life story. In the course of 60 days, they locked him up. And it was stated clearly, not Gage. But some of you are just educated. You just know how to read and write. You are worse than illiterate, sincerely speaking. Why did he use his full name? Why did he have to put Gage? You are just God. I don't know. They took him there. They returned the boy back to cell. The boy's parents traveled to Otuoke to go and beg Jonathan. When they got there, they met his absence. He wasn't there. So they had to go back. They couldn't see him. And because of that, the young man is still in police cell right now. Because a former president or those who are loyal to former president think in the name of the former president, and the Jonathan himself, comfortable with that, kept quiet. He's running to go and make peace in Mali. Taking with him the Mani Queen, the breeding Mani Queen, Bokwari, to go and make peace in Mali, where Malians are protesting insecurity, corruption, and election rigging in their own country. The people, the one where them rig out, and the one where rig them out, and begin to kill people in Nigeria, they both flew to Bamako to go and settle Boko Haram Wahala in Mali. What did they do there? What were they doing there? To tell the president that don't worry, if your people try anything, we'll send soldiers who will kill them like we kill Nigerians when they try anything. Or is that not what they went to do? Jonathan was there making peace. Someone's son is languishing in jail. He didn't commit any crime. He didn't steal from anybody. He didn't ask anybody for money. He dropped a comment under a post whereby they said he used the account to abuse Patience Jonathan. They reported my page because of Patience Jonathan. Oh, you bastard, you are still very much following me one way or the other right now. I know you will never stop. When Reno Mokri, that thief too, was jumping up and down like a monkey, that they are actually dangling his banana or back and forth, and he's trying to get it. Reno Mokri, a complete jobber, hustler, who worked for good luck, Egbere Jonathan for a whole of 5 years. It was the Femi Okonu Adesina of Jonathan's government. It was the garbage shehu of Jonathan's government. It was the exact replica of what Femi Okonu Adesina is doing right now. You know, photoshopping, fake stuff, opening a fake online blog in the fake name, only to use it for propaganda. That was what Reno Mokri was doing. They said he was a pastor. Which pastor? You are just stupid, and they have you. He defended Jonathan for 5 years, even when Jonathan was kicked out of power. Reno Mokri, the fucking hustler, was out there, even coming back to you programmed morons, and sold you Atiku, Saraki, Kwakwanso, and the rest of them, and he became a new contractor to Atiku so that he could become the new Femi Okonu Adesina again. And you gullible idiots bought into that. Atiku, the same person that gave Bokwari 6 billion naira. Where did Atiku where did Atiku get 6 billion naira? From looting you idiot. The same Reno Mokri who was crying all over the world that they rigged his boss out. 2 years later, he was back working for the people who kicked his boss out. Atiku, Saraki, and the rest of them. But you are so gullible, so stupid, not to see through that. He's your hero because he's giving you do giveaway, Abi. Do giveaway. 1,000 naira for 50 people, 5,000 naira for 10 people. Pastor Sulaiman will pay 1 million naira to 10 people. God damn it. Atiku paid 6 billion, gave Bokwaris to private jets for election to make sure that the Saraki gave billions, over 200 billion. He said he spent throughout the southwest region, except Lagos. He said he spent 200 billion. And then Kwakwanso in Kano, and the rest of those KKK states, some of them who later ran out of favor with Bokwari, they turn around and the same Rhino mockery, campaigned for them vigorously, with everything he had, with all the propaganda he could get, just to get a job with Atiku, to become a PA, to come and become your own new Femi Okonu Adesina, and you Okonus. You want to talk to me? You want to ask me questions? You want to question my own stand and my own integrity for the lackeys, for those criminals? Because that's who you are. You are a typical Nigerian. Yes, when you see fact, it doesn't matter. You have to create your own illusion. Then believe in that illusion. Believe in it so strongly. Bring that illusion back to come and fight the facts. And whatever happens, it doesn't matter. Your fact is your fact. You are just mad. You are just mad. It won't stop. See, no make-up stories will stop facts. I will say it the way it is. Doesn't matter whether you like me or not. To hell with you. For those who genuinely like Maiyegun, there are not many, and I appreciate you. Okay, but for all these fake ones, all these errats, these crumb chasers, these ass leakers, that will sell their lives, sell the life of everyone around them for money. And they will tell you, no, it's not because this is not, we know you. We know you. So go to hell, because what we are just asking for is this. If you do anything wrong, and you have to report it to the police, let the police do their job and let the court do their job. That is what it should be. If the court says he did nothing wrong, let him go. That's how it should be. But no. What if the young man did something wrong? You are just stupid people everywhere. That is why Boko Haram can release 5,000 terrorists. 5,000 terrorists in 5 years. And there you are, comfortably sitting down, trying to analyze it. Trying to, you know what I mean? The same way NDDC, after they saw the death, the people of Niger Delta, after they saw the humiliating killing of Ken Saro-Wiwa by Abacha, and eventually they managed to get 13% derivation and all of that. Every penny they give to them, they stole. Their people are still living and languishing in poverty. Guess what? The people that will defend them are also from that place. That is why you see someone who sent me and you wrote rubbish on my page. I got rid of you. Then you jump into my WhatsApp to come and tell me that Maiyegun, you need to be careful. I like you and I respect you, but you cannot be talking about Jonathan like that, because if you attack Jonathan, you are attacking the people of the East. I was like, what the fuck? Attacking Jonathan, attacking the people of the East. Okay, so that will automatically make a petrol expensive because I attacked Jonathan. Oh, because I said something about Jonathan, it's going to now destroy all the good road he constructed in the East. Your 24 hours electricity will suddenly stop. Your hospitals that he built for you, he cubed, they will just collapse. So, and you don't want that to happen. You have to defend Jonathan so that I don't attack him. You are just stupid, honestly speaking. I don't have any other better word to describe you. Just vaguely stupid. And you will not have that number on me. When I get to see your kind, I try to get rid of your kind, because your kind are called contaminators. You will contaminate every environment you ever touch. And Maiyegun's diary is so sacred that your likes shouldn't be here. Trust me, you shouldn't. Not everywhere one should be. You cannot defend them here. In your right very eyes there, you saw this. I'm going to bring that up. You saw this, and you also saw this. That is Southern Kaduna. Then you have seen this, and you have also seen this. That is Gombe. The first one, this Southern Kaduna, where hundreds of people have been, thousands of people have been killed from January to July. And you see them protesting. And this lifeless thing cares no hoot about them. It cares more about the people of Mali and the government of Mali, because he considered Mali as 37th state of Nigeria. You may not know, I'm saying this to you for the first time, right? They see Mali and few of these Islamic terror infested countries in neighboring countries. You see them as the extension of Nigeria. They funnel your money to them. They funnel development to them. They channel so many of your resources to them in the name of Big Brother. And when they realize that the people of the country are tired, they are likely going to end it soon. Boko Haram left the villa to Bamako, not to Katsina, not to Daura, where they have been killing and killing. Not to Katsina, where they killed 18 soldiers. No, it didn't go there. It didn't go to Kaduna, where children, women are being massacred. It didn't. Your Egbere Jolantan did not probably in any way had the power to tell him to go and see the people who are dying. He had no power, but he had to take him to Mali to serve the interest of his masters. That's what it is. And it's unscrupulous. The man with no scruple or what have you is the man you want to defend. Have you been to Bayelsa? Have you been to Otuoke? Are you from Otuoke? Are you from Bayelsa? Tell me about how much of a small London your place is. Please, I know. You are right if you abuse me at this point, okay? You have right, because we had Obasanjo too. Obasanjo was president for 8 years, but I can't invite you to Ogun State and tell you to drive through Abeokuta, Lagos Abeokuta Expressway, or better still, drive through or Songo Road. No, I won't advise you, because you know what? You will think we just came out of war in Ogun State. But go to Otuoke too. Go to Otuoke too. That is so fresh. The oil producing community where you had a president. Go to Otuoke now. What are you fighting for? What they wrote on Facebook, everything they wrote on Twitter, or everything you read about, Abby? Go there. Tell me if they are very better than you, you idiot. He's a good man. Oh yeah. Next time, elect a pope to be your president, okay? Oh, he's an honest man. Okay, that's fine. Next time, don't waste the time, okay? Just elect the pope. You morons. You read about all these jargons they write to make themselves feel better and all of that. And you still look around, you see your country in complete shambles. And you look around, you tell yourself he's a good man. He had a good intention. Oh, fine, he does. Oh, he did have a good intention. And good intention is what will give you electricity. Good intention is what will give you security. Good intention. All you need is just good intention. Just the same way they told you that all you needed was integrity. Integrity will fight corruption. Integrity will fix power. Integrity will fix the economy. Integrity came, turned to integrative. They called themselves progressives too, but eventually they ended up to be progress thieves. Integrity turned integrative. That's what they did. So being a good man or not a good man is a politician, is using his power to suppress free will, to suppress freedom of expression. And you agree that Boko Haram is suppressing freedom of expression, but you don't agree that your criminal leaders in PDP are doing the same thing. Ayade in Cross River had to lock Agbajalingo up for months. He's a PDP man. Wike demolished a whole hotel for violating quarantine order of his. Violating the lockdown order of his, and he demolished the whole business. He's a PDP man. You justified it, didn't you? You did. It happened in your own country there. How many of those bloggers, how many of those of you citizens they have arrested in the eastern part of Nigeria today simply because of expressing yourself on social media? And to you, you justify that. That is not a country. It is worse than a jungle. In a jungle, there are rules. When you break them, you pay for them. But in Nigeria, there are no rules. It's worse than a jungle. Break it up. Maybe we can begin to give education to some of you adults who pretended to be educated, but you are worse than the illiterate that you see on the street. The illiterate on the street, when you give them information, they hold on to it. They hold on to it faithfully because they believe that you must have given them that information to save them for some things. But you educated morons, you will create a scenario just because you don't want to accept the fact that is staring you in the face. Break it up. Save lives. Stop speaking grammar. Stop Stop all the political correctness. Maiyegun don't know how to talk better. This is not like this at the talk. If I see you say you be weary, I'll call you weary. If I see you that you are just a fool, I'll tell you you're just a fool. If I, the same way some of you come here to call me fool all the time because you think I'm a fool. Some of you call me this, but when you call me that fool, you are not calling me that fool because you disagree with me. Most of you are calling me names because you disagree with the way I address your leaders, your criminal leaders. You see the difference? So when you say, when you criticize people, we should let us criticize you too. Why would you criticize me? You are criticizing me for exposing your leaders? Does that make any sense? You want to criticize Maiyegun for exposing your leaders who are thieves? So what are you going to criticize Maiyegun for? Maiyegun, you shouldn't call elders' name. Is that criticism? Maiyegun, you should try and respect the other people's opinion. Is that criticism? You guys are so stupid that when I begin to read some of them, I just clean the page. I just clean you. I just clean the page off you because that is the best thing to do. You cannot explain anything to morons, especially morons that don't even know they are morons. Those ones that are born fools, yeah? So it's difficult. So to capital, right? We know what then they do. We will talk about everything they are doing. You may not like everything we say. You don't even have to. Okay? But in your miserable life, don't ever come to Maiyegun's diary to defend any politician. Ever. It doesn't matter. Even if you are trying to make sense, because some of you will pretend to be making sense. Don't ever. You are doing so, right, at your own peril. And one spanner loss is about 100 spanner replaced. On Maiyegun's diary, your remover is of no effect. I do that every day to get rid of all these stupid idiots on this page who are very much interested in defending their criminal leaders, either PDP or APC. You don't get it. Don't come here to defend any of them. I can write whatever I want about them. You have no right to come here and question that for PDP or APC. It's as simple as that. Okay? I'm not someone that is not biased, okay? I am 1,000,000% biased. And I am biased against the rotten system and the beneficiary of the system in Nigeria. PDP, APC, your pastors, your imam, your obas, every one of them that we found to be part of them. I will mention their names. I will call them names I want to call them. You have no goddamn right to even come here and question me. You don't understand. I know you don't. You are Nigerian, Abi. Don't worry. Come here and do that and see if you will do it again and again. We'll see. Thank you very much for your time. I'll see you some other time. I've got a few things to do today. That's why I had to do this earlier than planned. But however, for those of you who are just going to be watching, don't worry. The real Maiyegun's friends and fans, they love the content. And I actually made this for them. I will meet you again later tonight. Good morning.
lódodo.
Maiyegun Diary, na him be number one.
Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Maiyegun Diary, na him be number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun Diary, na him be number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun Diary, na him be number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary, na him be number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun Diary, na him be number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun